This is my review of My Hero Academia, Chapter 243, Off to Endeavor's Agency. And right off the bat, I've seen a lot of complaints online about this arc already. They're like, oh, they're trying to give Endeavor more screen time. He's awful, he's terrible, he doesn't deserve it. And I'm like, do you really think this is going to go well for Endeavor? Honestly, do you think that's what's going to happen here? Because I do not. In any way, shape, or form. Endeavor literally bought a woman and forced her to have his kids. That can't be something society just, ignores. Sooner or later, people are going to find out the truth, and I'm hoping this is the arc. This is it. This is finally a time where Dabi has his moment. Where he goes to Endeavor and says, don't you recognize me, Papa? This feels like the time. And then society finds out Endeavor's son's a villain. They find out what the hell he did to his wife. He gets basically kicked out of society. No more number 2 hero. Number 2. I mean, he's number 1 now, but I think to all of us, he'll always be number 2. I mean, number 3 hero's best genius is long gone. Either dead or just so damaged from everything that he can't go back to fighting, so... yeah, that's basically some of the top tier heroes right off the bat right there. But, you know what, let's get into it. It starts off New Year's Eve. Turns out the students aren't just, in the dormitories for now. They're literally unable to go home, at all. I didn't realize the system was quite that strict, but, yeah. So now the heroes are basically allowed to go home on New Year's Eve as long as they're accompanied by a pro hero. Which just raises the question, isn't that kind of ruining their New Year's Eve? I mean, Cemento, Mr. whatever his name is, ends up coming with Deku, and I'm like, don't you have a family you want to go see on New Year's Eve? I'm just saying. I'm fairly certain this is a big holiday in Japan, if I remember correctly. But, you know what? Whatever. Deku is telling a story about how he locked his new quirk to his mom, and she is essentially just panicking like, oh, my poor heart, I can't take this. And then Deku shows her the letter he has. A letter that little Eri wrote to him, and it is just so horribly misspelled. It's even signed Mr. Deku. I mean, it says Mr. Deku, and then it says Mr. Deku. That's not how letters are written. But you know what? She's been essentially raised in a cage her entire life, so I'll let that slide. And his mom's reaction to that is literally to cry to the point where she breaks the windows of her house. She's so proud of him. She doesn't have to worry about it anymore. He's finally ready to stand up on his own. And that just raises so many death flags for her. They're saying, oh, Justking, they're going to kill her. They wouldn't do that. Yes, they would. They would definitely do that. Hell, I can even see Shigaraki being the one that does it, Tracks down the students, especially Deku's mother and their families, and says, yeah, I'm going to kill you now to break the spirit of the heroes and turn them into what I am, which won't work because Deku is not him in any way, shape, or form. I mean, I argued during the villain arc that Deku was one step away from being Shigaraki, but I just think something deep down in him is different, where even now, especially now after all he's been through, now that out of the formative years, that he had so much good done to him and so many good people in his life, he wouldn't take that path here and now. Anyway, then we go back to the Liberation Army headquarters, and Hawk's back after a little break. He said he was getting some coffee, but obviously he was talking to, his handlers, telling them what was going on, what's happening, and how he needs to find the source of the no moves so they can put a stop to them. I'd argue that it'd be a fairly good idea to put a stop to this whole evil compound right here and now. I mean, I'm just saying. That's pretty bad. I'd fix that. So essentially their plan for Hawk is to track him every step of the day. They got 20 micro devices on him that record all his conversations and video and all that so that they can expose the heroes. Which, again, further proof that Endeavor is going to burn this arc. He will burn. So I move on, and Endeavor gives the creepiest smile I've ever seen in my entire life. Welcome, I'm Endeavor! And it actually just freaks them out, at which point he's like, yeah, that's bull. Is that the warm reception you're hoping for? I ain't thrilled at taking too long. I'm only here because Shoto asked me to. Which, I just have to say, I want to see that conversation. Todoroki turning to his father and saying, yeah, I want my 2 friends to do work studies with you. How the hell did that conversation go? I mean, I feel like the only way it worked is because Shoto basically said, If you don't let them come in, then I'll do my work study with someone else. It's like, fine, okay, whatever. We'll do it. We'll make it work. It's fine. You just gotta love Bakugo. Ever since our training course, there's something I've been thinking that's on my mind. You're a jerk. Oh God, I love you. His only reaction to that. Are you really friends with this kid, Shoto? I told you to choose your friends wisely. Oh my God, I just love this scene. And a little flashback to them talking with All Might, and he says something rather concerning. Oh, I don't think you're gonna have another burst of powers like that as long as you focus on visualization. I disagree. I think he's gonna unlock a new quirk at some point during this arc and go crazy again. Just feels like something's gonna have to happen. Bakugo, he's like, I just use them all at once, right here and now. I'd figure them out, you know? Why bother holding them back when you can get new powers? I'm like, no, Bakugo, that's not how new powers work. Honestly, I almost wish he did inherit One for All, because that would be funny as all hell. He'd be like, I could do this, and he starts punching things, and he's like literally just smashing his bones to dust over and over again. Yeah, I love All Might's response to that. You're a lot like Endeavor, or at least who he used to be, and I think seeing him who he is now will do you a lot of good. Endeavor, this one line he says is definitely important. Shoto's not me. That was you who said that, and that line meant a lot to Endeavor, even though he didn't realize at the time. Since then, he's come to realize just what it means, and that, I mean, even if he wants, you know, the best for Shoto, even if he wants him to become #1 hero, he has to live his own path and go his own way. And then Endeavor immediately runs away. Which, you gotta love his reaction speed as a hero. I mean, he hears a little bam, and he's immediately running at full speed in full hero mode. Telling the kid, just stand back, I got this, and I just gotta love our trio's response. Literally, within like 2 seconds, they're already packing all their equipment on. They got their special gloves and their costumes out, or at least the small version. And they're ready for fights. I mean, he basically said, I told you to stay back and watch, but I'm assuming they're going to find something useful to do during this fight. Even if it's just, you know, helping to evacuate citizens or whatever, which, you know, Bakugo's going to hate, but whatever. And then we see the villain, and, he is a weird one. Revelations from the universe I have received. Flee! Flee, good citizens! The Dark Lord's lips curl into a wicked crescent. The end is nigh. What the freak are you talking about? I mean, literally, what the freak are you talking about? I mean, his quirk basically seems to be controlling little balls, which, I mean, they move pretty fast. They probably break some bones, but I just don't really see you as any form of a threat whatsoever. Even, hell, not even to Endeavor, even to Deku or Bakugo or Shoto, they could all take you out fairly easily, I gotta say. And Hawks is watching from the distance and thinking, oh God, what horrible timing. No idea what he has planned or what he's gonna do. He's also reading the Meta Liberation War, trying to understand the doctrine of the cult he's basically just joined. It's also no chapter next week. It's coming back December 29th. A little weird that it came out today in general. I'm honestly not sure why. All of Shonen Jump did, just released early. Still trying to figure out what's going on with that. And according to their schedule, it's going to release next week early too. I mean, not My Hero Academia, obviously, but the others, so bizarre. But yeah, so now we have our trio of heroes in training under Endeavor, and it's going to be an interesting experience. I mean, the old Endeavor was a lot like Bakugo. Stubborn, determined to be #1, determined to be the best, the greatest, believing that his strength was enough to conquer all and every challenge in the world. And now he's grown a bit since then. Like I said, I still don't think he deserves his happy ending. At least not now. I still think he should be kicked out of the Heroes Association. His crime should be revealed to the entire world to see. Dabi show him and be like, Father, I have come to kill you. Just, honestly, that alone would be almost enough, I think, as a punishment at this point. Just seeing, Endeavor realizing his own son's turn to villainy that he caused this. He created one of the strongest, most dangerous villains in the world because of his actions. Oh, that'd be amazing. I'd love that. But, yeah, so next chapter, they're fighting this lunatic. Like I said, I kind of doubt he's going to be any real challenge to any of them. I think the bigger thing is just going to be trying to protect the people from all of his flying balls. Which, might be a good moment for Hawk to watch and observe and like, oh, you see how Endeavor ran forward without even caring about the citizens? That's dirt we can use on him. Or something like that. Yeah, but like I said, I definitely think Endeavor is going to be shamed, kicked out of society, Best Genius is gone, Hawk is essentially going to come out publicly as a villain, and just all of Hero Society is going to be shaken to its very core. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. What's going to happen next? Will Endeavor be redeemed or humiliated this arc? Be sure to like, subscribe, and until next time,
peace!